Inventory management, completing the classics and actually playing the games that you buy. Here are 7 gaming resolutions for 2018. The new year is upon us. It's a time when people get all introspective and resolve to improve who they are. To lose weight, to write a book, or to reconnect with old friends. But let's be honest, none of us are doing any of that stuff. We're setting goals we'll all fail to achieve and we'll all feel worse next year. So instead, let's be realistic and focus our ambitions on things we can actually achieve. This video then is a collection of gaming resolutions to help you discard the bad habits every gamer has. Simple self-help suggestions that will allow you to look back in 12 months' time and say, yes, I did get better at something. Even if it was a pretend thing that was actually really easy. You're not necessarily aiming lower, just sideways. Here are 7 gaming resolutions for 2018. Our first entry is the gaming equivalent of sorting out that drawer full of stuff. You know, the one full of half-used batteries, foreign coins, and novelty presents from 3 Christmases ago. I'm talking about inventory management. Let 2018 be the year of knowing exactly what's in our bags. Let us have one bag for crafting materials and another for ammunition. And let it be the year that we get rid of all the old guns, hats, armour, swords and trinkets because they're not real and they don't have any emotional value. But wait, let's go a step further. Together, let's resolve to actually use the stuff we collect in survival horror games, so we don't get to the end of Resident Evil with enough green herbs to make a shrubbery and enough magnum rounds to start our own shop.
What are you buying?
Empty your pockets, use what you've collected, experience the life-changing magic of inventory management. Hold every item you collect in your digital hands and ask, does this bring me joy? And if not, just use it to kill zombies. Number 1 was quite easy, so let's aim a little bit higher with number 2. No matter how annoyed we get, no matter how unfair things seem, we won't lose our temper because of games. That means no more rage quitting, no more shouting at the screen, no more passive-aggressive conversations with games, as if they were awkward relatives making a scene in a restaurant. Oh, thank you, game. Is that what you're going to do there? Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's fine. Just do that. Yeah. No, I'm great with that. It's a good idea. Thank you. No, well, remember that games are here to entertain us, and they're not to blame when we get angry. 2018 will be the year of us balancing our chakras, cultivating our internal elixirs, and not getting angry. Even when a game decides to, oh, you're doing that, are you? That's what you're doing. Okay, that's actually what you're doing. Well, why don't you just... This video was recorded in 2017, so I've still got plenty of time to realign my microcosmic orbit. We all know what it's like. You think you have all the games you need, and then the Steam sale starts, and you end up accidentally buying stacks of titles because the art looks nice or your friends are playing them. And there it sits in your library, greyed out, waiting to be downloaded, like a wheezy child that gets picked last to play soccer. But not anymore. I want you to go to your Steam library right now, like right this instant, click on a game you haven't played and install it. I'll do the same. Together, we can work through the backlog towards a clean, orderly Steam library of games we've actually played, or, downloaded. Let's just start with downloaded. But we can dare to dream even bigger. We can add self-imposed rules to help us get the most from our games. We can decide that no, we're not going to buy any sequels for games that we haven't actually played. We can resist the temptation to buy that complete History of Human Conflict bundle until we've clocked up 100 hours in Total War Attila. Wait, hang on a minute. Blood spurts, limb lops, disembowelment? Well, I'm just buying that, sorry. There's an old samurai saying that suggests we should make every decision within the space of 7 breaths. And then once you've made that decision, you see it through to the end. Now, I'm not a samurai, and in fact I'm as far away from a samurai as it's conceivable to be, but this is still good advice. We should make our choices in games and live with them, even, and perhaps especially, when they suck. We're all guilty of this in a multitude of ways. We second guess every moral choice we make in games, we save every 6 seconds in case something goes wrong, and we reload stealth sections whenever we muck them up, breaking the flow of the game. My personal favourite is restarting every RPG after 6 hours because I've grown to hate my character. And the end result is that I end up with an unfinished game and 7 almost identical dwarfs lost in fantasy limbo. Not every decision in games you make will be good. In fact, many of them will be terrible. But there's something powerful about owning your own choices, about getting to the end of the game and knowing the decisions you made at least were honest. No good ever came from worrying about everything, which leads us neatly to my next point. Let's start with a test. I'm going to fire this gun and I'm just going to wait. And wait, and continue to wait. How does that make you feel? If you were screaming, "What are you doing? Reload the gun!" then you suffer from CRD, compulsive reloading disorder, and you are not alone. But it doesn't stop there. The more we try and control all the variables in a game, the less fun they tend to be. As well as CRD, this entry includes all the scratchy, stressful things we worry about in games. Things like the desire to explore every trash can, collect every trinket, and uncover every part of the map. In my case, it's managing provinces in a game so that they're running as efficiently as possible. Or not in open rebellion at least. I'll usually settle for that. Now there's obviously nothing wrong with this, but if it's making you unhappy, perhaps it's time to step away. Start by taking baby steps. Walk past one container without looking in it, then two, and then three. Before long, you'll be gliding through every level without that dark cloud hanging over you. And you'll probably run out of ammo. But that's fine, we're not worrying about it. We're not worried at all. Nope. The holiday period is a useful time for catching up on classic films, but why not do the same with games? Make 2018 the year of ticking off the titles that make games worth playing. There are loads of classic PC games that everyone, without exception, should play. Things like Half-Life 2, Baldur's Gate 2, Portal 2, Mass Effect 2, almost like there's a theme here. Just because a game is old, it doesn't mean it's bad. Going back to the classics can provide a fresh appraisal of the titles you love. And seeing how games have developed and changed step by step will make you appreciate just how lucky we are now. And if those games don't get your coolant flowing, make your own gaming bucket list and post it in the comments below. You'll find no judgment here. Think of it like a support group. A support group with dragons and interdimensional travel, but it's still a support group. Our final resolution is a simple one. Play the games you love. Don't let peer pressure or trends dictate your choices. Try new stuff by all means, but remember that this is your free time and there's no such thing as the wrong type of game. To use a recent example, I've accepted that I'm happier playing games that let me make a cup of tea between decisions. Me playing PUBG, for example, is a bit like seeing your granddad on Class A drugs, and I mean that in a very literal way. It's not cool or funny or effective, it's more that I'm confused and I'm scared and I have no idea what's going on. PC games, more than any other platform, have enough variety to satisfy the broadest range of tastes. If your passion is train management simulators, there's a game for that. If it's cyberpunk bartending, there's a game for that too. And if it's a game that recreates the experience of being a starving artist, well, you get the idea. And finally, perhaps the most important rule to remember is that it's fine to break any of these rules so long as you're still having fun. And by doing so, you'll still be following this resolution, so technically you haven't even failed. Well done you. So there you go, 7 gaming resolutions to see you through 2018. Let us know what your resolutions are if you've got any, hit the like button if you're going to give any of these a try, and please subscribe to Logitech G for more weekly features. Thank you for watching.